All right, welcome to our now third show of STFU is what we're calling it, Sports Talk for You. I'm Aaron Bell, alongside is my buddy Adam Parker and Armand Ely, who is now joining us for our shows. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Glad to be on
glad
here.
to have you.
The topic today, it's still going to stick with football because, of course, we got NFL, Drew Brees, will he retire? And then, of course, we got the XFL this weekend that started off and was a smashing success.
Yep.
So let's get started with Drew Brees.
Will he retire? A part of me actually thinks that he just might, but it would not shock me if he doesn't retire. I think he's actually contemplating retirement because of his performance against Minnesota that last playoff game. And for the first time watching Drew Brees, I honestly think he lost that game for his team. And his backup quarterback,
Tyson Hill, BYU.
Yep. Actually came in, ran the ball, which Drew Brees doesn't, and actually threw, I believe, a few touchdown passes, a couple touchdown passes, and actually looked spectacular. And once Drew Brees came in, I mean, he just was so off. And I know this offseason he's been really contemplating retirement.
I don't think he will because he told the Super Bowl guys that he'll be back.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to go out like that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's the Tom Brady effect, you know, and I don't see him retiring either, and I don't see Tom Brady retiring either.
No.
So,
No.
Brady will be back, whether it be with the Patriots, Raiders, or
And
whoever.
the Saints have talked about trading Teddy Bridgewater.
that's true.
Would he be a good fit in Carolina? Would he be a good fit in Denver? Probably not Denver because they got Drew Lock now.
Heck, I even heard a rumor, would he be a good fit in Dallas?
I would take him.
You probably would take him over Dak. I would take Bridgewater over Dak Prescott
Yeah, I would
any day of the
too.
week.
I would too.
Now, let's get started on that topic.
Yes.
Rumors out.
Uh-huh.
Trey and Wingo had a little argument discussion this morning.
Okay.
Why in the hell? Now, I'm not a fan of Dak, but people are saying, why in the hell would you give up a 26-year-old quarterback for a 43-year-old quarterback?
Accuracy and proven to take a team to the Super Bowl.
But like they said, he can't move like Dak can because Dak can scramble, but the
True,
thing is
but
Dak can't throw on the run.
That's true, but he also, too, is more accurate with his passing. Especially, I won't say like the whole game he's more accurate. In fact, I got stats here to prove that. I know Dak Prescott, it was number 13th in the league at 65.1%, and Tom Brady was number 27 at 60.8%.
Tom Brady had no weapons.
But he had no weapons. So
Dak
then,
has Cooper and
so then I looked at the previous year, and Dak Prescott was at 67.7, which finished 10th last year. And then Tom Brady was at 65.8, which finished 18th. But here's the deal that separates Dak from Tom Brady. Yes, he does get you the yards, and he does give you somewhat of a scrambling ability. But I believe that the Cowboys, to a degree, want to be a little more balanced. And not only that, but you also need a quarterback who can make the throw when you need him to make the throw. And that's where Tom Brady comes in. And not only that, but also Jerry Jones loves money. Can you imagine Tom Brady in a Dallas Cowboy uniform?
That'll sell a lot
That
of
would
jerseys.
sell
It
a
would.
lot of jerseys.
Yeah.
And maybe even some tickets. I don't know.
he might even pass up Patrick Mahomes again for a year.
Maybe for a year. But, I mean, I could see him in a Cowboy jersey, but here's why I don't think, to a degree, he won't go to the Cowboys. I think there's something to be said that in the 90s he was a 49ers fan. Was he not?
Yes, he was a 49ers
And
fan,
I don't know. I mean, in the 90s, it seemed like you had to pick either the 49ers or the Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
And typically those who pick the 49ers want to stay away from the Cowboys.
Yes.
So, honestly, I could see him not being a Cowboy and being a Raider still. But also, too, it's like, if I'm Tom Brady, why would you go to a division that is just stacked.
Trash.
No,
Uh-huh.
and he's coming from trash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, could he beat out Carson Wentz? Could he
Absolutely.
beat out?
Carson Wentz is trash. The
Could
guy's
he beat
injury
out?
prone.
I know,
He
but
can't get
I
off,
find
he can't stay on the field.
But here's the funny thing: since you mentioned Carson Wentz and he's trash, I find it completely hilarious that Dak Prescott lost to, in essence, a AA baseball team. I mean, honestly,
That is true because the
Put it-
Eagles were decimated with injuries down the
Injuries.
stretch.
Exactly.
Oh, but they had receivers that purposely dropped the football.
See, and since you mentioned that, let's see, where is Carson Wentz on my accuracy here? Give me a second while I look for
Right here,
that.
17.
Number 17. Okay, now if they actually caught the ball for him, I honestly
Might be
can
up
be
75.
top 10
Yeah.
easily, you know? Now here's something for you. Phillip Rivers, okay? I call him Crybaby Rivers, but I'll give it to him because looking at his stats, he's top 10 in accuracy. He was also top 10 at number 4 in yards and touchdowns.
Yeah,
Granted,
he threw interceptions in
he did
costly
throw-
situations.
He
Yes.
did. He
The
did do
Chiefs
that.
game, he could have beat the Chiefs, but he threw the interception
Exactly.
in
But
the end zone.
is that a lot was with the talent around Phillip Rivers with not the San Diego with the Los Angeles Chargers? You know, you had Melvin Gordon, but Melvin Gordon was
Holding
Holding
out.
out for half the year.
And then there was Keenan Allen. But didn't Keenan Allen last year have injuries and
I
stuff?
believe
he
so.
was
Yeah.
out.
And he also, too,
Then you have that horrific
offensive line.
who could
So-
never protect him.
If I'm thinking about a replacement that people aren't really talking about, I honestly would give the crybaby the look. You know? I mean,
Oh, don't worry though; they'll still give Chargers AFC West champions next year
yeah, I wouldn't
for the
doubt.
5th straight year, and they
Phillip-
haven't even won it in the last 4 years.
Phillip
Crybaby.
Crimea Rivers.
Exactly,
That's my
man.
Chris Berman for
there
the day.
you go.
All
There
right,
you go.
let's get started with XFL. Will Cardell Jones take DC to a championship?
That's all
That
you-
dude,
Cardell
I am
Jones,
not
I
gonna
tell you
lie,
what.
that dude showed
Sure.
some Patrick Mahomes moves for a 35-year-old boy.
You know, there
Yeah.
was a reason why he was highly recruited at Ohio State when he came in. You remember, this is the guy that came in where Ohio State lost 3 of their quarterbacks and took them to a national championship.
Exactly.
You know, there's a reason why when they took him to the national championship game, there were scouts saying Cardell needs to come out. He needs to come out. Maybe you're starting to see that, even though it's the XFL. But I didn't really watch. I saw highlights of the game, but he looked pretty good. I'm like, he could.
He
hey,
had, it wasn't the Mahomes left-handed pass, but it was more of twisting this way and throwing back like this, like Mahomes does.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, he did that 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And
He
it
broke
looked-
tackles.
And it looked really awkward, too. But hey, whatever works.
And can I just
Yeah.
say, when they were reviewing plays,
Yeah.
they were using a damn Xbox controller. Can you just say this is already a perfect start for the XFL?
Exactly.
Using an Xbox controller
Yeah,
to
and
review
I
plays.
like hearing the interaction, like you hear in the offensive play call.
Yeah.
And also, too, I don't get why the NFL does not allow everybody on offense and defense to have like a hearing system in
not-
their helmets.
Watching last night's game with St. Louis and Dallas, they interviewed Troy Aikman about that. That was something
Yeah.
that Troy
Yeah.
Aikman wants to see.
Yeah,
And he
no.
almost got laid out, too, on the
It-
side.
that was pretty
But
funny.
the thing is, when they do that, will people start stealing plays?
Yeah, New England will figure out a way.
Yeah,
to do
New
that.
England,
New
New
England.
England.
Oh, hit the DVR button here. We'll go back and we'll figure out how to steal plays.
Yeah.
Well, if they
That's a
figure
good
out how
point.
to do the XFL, I'm sure it's probably be an easier way to do the International Football League.
Right. Yeah.
Here's another question. Who will not succeed, Jim Zorn or Bob Stoops?
Oh, Jim Zorn. It's
Jim
terrible.
Zorn. Yeah.
Because Bob Stoops had some questionable
Well,
calls last night.
Yeah, but at the same time, their starting quarterback was injured, and he'll be playing next week. He's coming off a knee injury.
Who is their starter? Who's actually their starter?
Landry Jones.
Oh, that's
Landry
right.
Jones.
There's
So-
Landry Jones.
Hey, former Chief Aaron Murray's in there.
Yeah. And,
Third stringer,
Yeah.
now a starter.
Yeah.
Yep, and
My thing is, I didn't realize Marquette King's a punter.
Yeah. And that's
Mark
what,
Whipper,
honestly,
the
I
most
think that's what
entertaining
won them
punter
the
ever.
game.
Yeah.
Because he had some kicks that I'm just like, how is the boy not in the NFL?
I want to know what in the world that guy was thinking when that punt was down at the 1 yard line, and he jumped on it and landed into the end zone, thinking the other guy touched it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be smart, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Marquette King, the most trash-talking punter in the National
I
Football League.
knew it's so
I
funny.
think he
What was
trash-talking
his little,
himself
what was
out.
his little dance that he did?
Oh, God. I forget.
He had a little
which one.
dance. I remember Travis Kelce mocking him one game for it.
Yeah.
Did.
It's probably like the traveling look and the shoulder, you know.
The sprinkler.
Now, here's the real
gosh.
question I have: is the XFL kind of a semi-pro towards the NFL to get players back in the big league?
You know what? I honestly see not only the XFL working, but if baseball can have a AA, a AAA,
Even rookie leagues.
and even a rookie league, okay, then honestly, how come the NFL hasn't had something like this
Well, because
in
think about
place?
it. Even major leagues have winter leagues, fall leagues.
Correct.
So this is just a spring league for the
So
NFL.
I honestly think you can look at it as a G League for the NFL.
If the NFL was smart, they would do that. Of
Yeah.
course, the NFL thinks college is their minor league.
Right.
But I remember the first incarnation of the XFL back in '01. It was anything but football.
right.
Yeah.
What I saw this weekend, it was more football based.
Right.
None of the cheerleaders in the locker room, none of this man, this is the XFL, all that bull only.
Yeah, and didn't they put the ball at like the 50-yard line, and
Yeah.
both teams
Yes.
on special teams
Uh-huh.
had to come and dive for it?
Now I do like the new kickoff rule.
I do.
love
I
the new
think the
kickoff
NFL
rule.
should go to that.
I hear you.
Because my thing is, I'm tired of touchbacks,
Right.
and then let's go to commercial.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, people
Right.
want to see kick returns.
I hear you.
Even the Fox Sports guy who recapped the XFL this weekend said a lot of people were very happy with special teams
Right.
because there were kick returns and guys weren't getting hurt because guys weren't going full speed down the field.
Right.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Can I just say, sorry to go on a little tangent, but since you brought up special teams, I'm really excited for the Dallas Cowboys special teams coach. I'm sorry.
it's sad when you're excited about the special
I
teams
know.
coach.
I know.
You think.
I feel like it's been so irrelevant.
The son of Jim Fossil.
Exactly. It's been so irrelevant, the Dallas Cowboys special teams, for years.
Yeah.
And I'm actually excited to see maybe with him as the head coach of special teams to actually maybe start on the 40-yard line, to maybe actually start in plus territory, you know? So I'm just excited for that. Sorry, guys, to get off on that little bit of a tangent. But back to the XFL. Do you like the 25-second
Yes.
play clock?
Absolutely.
It's more
More
up
fast
tempo,
paced,
exactly.
and they got to get up there. They got to get plays called.
Right. And I
No,
like
I don't
that.
think they're doing that for scoring. I just think they're doing that to. And what is it? The clock stays rolling.
Slot
on
space
incomplete
rolling,
passes?
incomplete passes. I think, except when they get to the 2-minute warning, that's where it gets.
That's where it stops.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just couldn't. I mean, I was watching those games and I just couldn't decide if that's how it happened or I was confused.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like arena football, which is still fun,
Right.
but you know,
But also
Yeah.
non-existent anymore.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So can we just say the XFL was a huge success?
Yes,
absolutely.
I think it was.
I think it was too.
I think so too. I think it may have been more successful than the AAF last
Yeah.
year in its first week. Now I thought the AAF put a good product on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this incarnation of the XFL did put a good product on the field.
Well, my Renegades let me down. These defenders
Yeah.
stepped up.
But who?
Yeah.
You gotta stick with the DMV.
Now, can your DC Defenders beat your Washington Redskins?
You know, someone posed a question on my Redskin Unfiltered page about that. You know what? And I think there were some times they probably could beat the Redskins. Would not be surprised.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting.
It will be.
Definitely see how it plays out. Because then I see them next year, maybe 2 years, expanding from an 8-league team to
Probably 10 or 12.
10
Yes.
to 12.
Maybe Kansas City
Yeah.
can get a team.
And the thing about it is, with expansion, you don't want to overexpand yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Well, take note of the USFL back in the mid '80s.
Right.
Don't overexert yourself. Don't pay these salaries where Steve Young gets $40 million playing for the LA Express, and they couldn't afford a trailer outside the stadium.
Right.
Well, you know what the sad part was? The
What?
DC Defenders game, made more money than the AAF did all year last year. Just the DC Defenders game,
That is crazy.
fan-wise.
Yeah.
I think more fans were at that game than the whole AAF.
Well, I
last
think there
year.
were more fans at every game than there
Right.
was
And of course,
for the
with,
AAF.
with the XFL, you got that WWE Vince McMahon connection to where I'm sure they gonna want to see what's up.
Yeah. Well, it's good that he learned his lesson from
Yeah.
2000, because I don't know, there could be so many people out there that refuse to learn their lesson and just want to keep trying and trying till it works.
Right.
But I give him credit for making the right adjustments, and it seems like the retired players and even some of the former NFL players who are in the league actually are giving this the legitimacy that it deserves.
Right.
So,
And you have a commissioner who has NFL knowledge and Oliver Luck. He knows some business. He knows how the business side of the NFL works. He brings that to the XFL so they won't make the same mistakes. That hopefully they can be financially viable to withstand, being around more than one season.
Right. So we'll see how it plays out, but it's a great start so far.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here.
Okay.
Friday morning, we'll probably talk more about college basketball, get into that.
Yeah.
The disappointing, rough 2 weeks for Wichita State.
I can't wait to talk about the Arizona Wildcats.
Arizona Wildcats
Oh,
getting
don't
beat
get me
to Mick Cronin, cue ball.
Oh,
man.
cue ball headed fool.
But yeah, it has been a frustrating 2 weeks for Wichita State and Arizona fans.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
So
Just college basketball itself is just crazy. Then Marquette blew out Butler at home
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
night.
which is so.
Yeah.
This whole
It's-
year has been just crazy, and you could have like 10 losses, but you'll still get in the tournament, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just how crazy college
Hopefully.
basketball has been all
You
year.
even mentioned to me a few weeks ago, number one seed could have 6 or 7 losses.
Yeah,
yeah,
I really believe that.
Exactly.
Yep. So, I mean, granted, you have San Diego State, which
and we'll bring that up Friday. When
yeah.
they go undefeated.
Anyway,
So
well, I guess we'll wait till Friday then.
Those Friday, it'll be on.
all right, we're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead and subscribe on the top left corner, and then
Hit
go
the
ahead
like button.
like button, and go ahead and watch some more of our videos. We'll have some more posted weekly, 2 videos posted weekly, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them. And we'll try to make them more exciting as we go and figure out what we can do.
That's right. We
Thanks
put it
for
on the
watching.
Sports Unfiltered, Wichita Unfiltered page. Look for the video.
Yep,
That's right.
Go on Facebook and you'll find us. We're all over the place.
And if you guys have any ideas on what we should talk about, just leave them in the comments section. All right. Thank you for watching.